Welcome Motivation Sunday. Welcome Motivation Sunday.
Welcome to another edition of Motivational Sundays with Kevin and friends. I'm going to tell you, it is a beautiful day here in Philadelphia. The 76ers have advanced to the semifinals of the NBA playoff. My family and friends, co-hosts, majority of them are from Boston area. I mean, it's a city of champions. Congratulations to you guys playing a heck of a series in Game 7. But that's not why we're here. This show was originally created from the more than 300 motivational quotes that I had created for the contents of my books. When we started the show, I got together with a group of my friends, Vanessa, the voice of our show, Otis, two lovebirds on our show, Gilda and Christopher, and PJ. And we were just curious. Were these quotes words that just lay there on the page, or were there a conversation that needed to be had? So we meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. One of my co-hosts, they bring in a quote based on our interpretation and perspectives. We share and say how this quote lands on us. So now we're passing that all the way out to the world. And I just found out that we have people that follow us in Zimbabwe. So welcome to our family members all the way over there. We're expanding Sirius Radio. How you doing? Nice to see you again. But anyway, we got a wonderful quote that we have that Christopher has brought. I think Christopher brought the quote. I'm not for sure who actually brought the quote this morning. But anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to turn the mic over to the voice of our show, Mr. Otis Spencer.
Sunday, everyone. And today's quote we have: the things meant for you will not require you to sprint towards them. What is truly yours is tied to your soul, and it will find you in the right season at the right time.
All right, all right. Before I turn this over to Vanessa, I want to say this to our audience. I've heard this before. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be until you get to where you have to be. So, ask yourself, and let me ask you, how many times have you felt like you were just chasing something that just wasn't working out? Sometimes you feel like, you don't move fast enough. You were going and you miss so many opportunities. You were in a rush. We force things. We try to make things happen because we believe that if it doesn't happen right now, it's never going to happen. But today's quote challenges that mindset. It reminds us that what's truly meant for us does not require desperation. It requires alignment. It requires growth. It requires timing. Because when something is truly yours, it doesn't just appear. You have to grow into it. And when that time is right, it meets you where you are. So, Vanessa, you're going from Mother of the Year. Mother's Day is coming up. You got three beautiful young kings in your household, and you're preparing them for the world. This quote, how does this quote land on you?
Well, greetings to everyone. This quote is very true. Uh, People want things to happen on their timing. But the reality is, everything is on divine timing. It's funny, as a mother, you can plan for things from your birth plan to walking out the door at 7 in the morning, but it's all on divine timing. And there is already a plan that is set for you. You have to trust in God and let Him lead you in His timing. So, yes, there are times that you want something and you keep thinking it's going to happen, or you keep trying a different way to get to it, but it doesn't happen. A lot of people do this with love. They're like, oh, I can change him. Oh, I can do this, or things will get better. No, it's all in what's meant to be. And sometimes you have to let things go. And if it's meant to be, it will return. Never chase anything. I think I learned that from, I wonder who our host is. He would always say that to me. And it's true. It truly is all in surrendering and allowing yourself to truly trust God's timing, trust the season, and trust what's unfolding for you. So with that, I release it back to you, Kevin. Cheers.
Great. All right. And thanks for giving me credit for something that probably 100 other people said a long time before I've ever spoke those words. And, I tell my kids all the time, my children, my sons, they're adults now. I don't know what to call them anymore since they're big people now. I mean, it is funny that when my oldest son turned 21, I had to have a conversation that was different between the child that I had raised to the man that's now facing me. But I've always said, stop chasing things that don't want to be caught. And we often do that with life. We're waiting for a good time or the right time. And never is a good time or right time unless you make it a good time right now or the right time. We all have to live in our own purpose. We all have to align with the things that we can and cannot control. And the things that we cannot control, we just have to let go. I mean, I said this last week, and whatever age you are, I use 35 as an example. We carry things forward with us for 35 years, and we don't even realize we're carrying 35 years of someone else's luggage. So enough with that said, this is a great quote. It's powerful. And I'm going to forego the next question and toss it over to my brother from another mother, Mr. Christopher James. And again, I say this every single week, and we'll do this throughout the history of the show because I have to thank him for his service. We have many of our children right now that are facing harm's way, that are following orders and doing the things that they committed to, no matter if in their heart they believe it's right or wrong. They've committed to a cause and they have to execute that purpose as designed. And so I want to thank you for your service. I want to thank those of our listeners that are present service people or past. I grew up in a military family, so I honor your sacrifice. So Christopher, how's this quote land on you?
Grand Rising, everyone. And thank you again, Kevin. It was my pleasure. My service was my pleasure. That saying, I thought I'd get Otis to say it one more time so I can freshen my mind.
Otis, go ahead and deliver the quote again.
The things meant for you will not require you to sprint forward to them. What is truly yours is tied to your soul, and it will find you in the right season and the right time.
And the reason I wanted Otis to say that again was because there are two key points in that saying. One is sprint, and the other one is find you in the right time. Somewhere through my teachings, through my learning, through my receiving of information, someone told me that if you are going to chase after a particular dream that's yours by design, all that's going to happen is you're going to be tired when it finally finds you. There's no need to chase after what is already designed to be yours. Just wait for it, and it will get to you. Now, that waiting for it isn't, idle time. It's not just sitting on your behind. You're actively pursuing those things in life that make you greater, that make you better, that simply fill in all those blanks in your own person or your own, personal space or being. But I don't know, a design, a image, you want to call it an object that you chase after. If it's designed to be yours, it's going to find you. You don't need to chase after it. But I always thought it's sort of funny, but definitely enlightening. The teaching I received, chasing after an image will only ensure that when that image finds you, you'll be tired. So, what is designed to be yours will be yours. You need not add any more to it.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Christopher. And you hit on a very strong point. Understanding the role of timing is respecting and allowing space for your success. And things happen. We hear this cliche, things happen for a reason, but things happen when the time is right. You just have to be prepared for the right time. And I think that's one of the biggest things when it talks about that, spreading forward for something doesn't always bring you the fruits of your labor. Sometimes you have to pause, reset, rest, slow down the pace, adjust, but keep moving forward. Put your right foot in front of the left. And speaking of putting right foot in front of your left and someone that is always moving forward, Miss PJ, she always brings us something special. I don't know if this is a Kleenex moment or something that's so profound, you just go, all right. PJ,
Not,
how's this quote land on you?
not profound. Good morning, everyone. So this quote, on the surface, it feels like that cozy armchair you sink into. It's comforting, especially when you're attached to outcomes and meeting resistance. Relationships, timing, opportunities, they often unfold rather than respond to demand. When something is tied to your soul and the timing is right, it tends to run more smoothly. Will not require you to sprint could easily be heard as won't require effort. The truth is more grounded. You shouldn't have to chase what is meant for you. But you will have to become someone who can meet it when it arrives. Less sprint, more positioning. Less force, more recognizing. And then you must have faith. What is yours will come to you if you are ready to receive it. Destiny is not found, it is met. The end.
The end is just the beginning, and that's the way great stories are always told. But when you talk about your faith, you're recognizing when something is in alignment with your purpose, and the confidence basically allows you to move at your own pace. So take time to smell the roses. If this quote attaches to you today, and like I said, don't do it because someone else asked you to do it. Do it because it moves you. And then the slow and steady, It'll get you there when the time is right for you. So don't fear missing out. I don't know, remember what that acronym is, but anyway, but I'm going to tell you, and I'll say this to Sirius Radio. You know, a lot of times the shot that's heard over the bow doesn't come with a long conversation. It comes from a very short message that has a laser on its target. And I'm telling you, after 4 years of listening to Miss Gilda James, I'm going to tell you she has never missed the bullseye. So I'm going to ask Otis, that golden voice of yours, to go ahead and give us that quote. And I'm going to tell you, if that's listening to this from here to Zimbabwe, if you're in a position and you're looking for the voice to be the voice of your product, your movie, Otis is the man. So Otis, if you don't mind delivering us this quote one more time before Gilda those fires that shot, will you please do that, sir?
Right. The things meant for you will not require you to sprint for them. What is truly yours is tied to your soul, and it will find you in the right season, at the right time, and the right Gilda.
Rising, everyone. In fact, PJ said what I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway. What's yours will come, but she put to you. So
All right.
what's yours will come. It was meant to be. It'll come to you.
All right, all right, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten to that point in the show. Those of you that have followed us every single Sunday, you know, when the voice delivers his interpretation of the quote, believe it or not, someone with not a high IQ has to follow all these wonderful, brilliant, and talented people on Motivational Sundays. So I want you to sit back. I want you to fasten your seatbelt. If you want to leave your tray table out, it's totally up to you. All right. Turn off your laptop, turn off your screen or whatever the case may be, because Otis is not only going to deliver the quote one more time, he's going to give you his interpretation. So sit back, push back, and relax. Take it all in. Otis, fire away.
Okay, buckle your seatbelts. And the quote again. The things meant for you will not require you to sprint forward towards them. What is truly yours is tied to your soul, and it will find you in the right season at the right time. And another saying for that quote is, good things come to those who wait. When you are in good company of good people, you might be surprised to the opportunities that may arise. A new job, a new business venture, a new love. Just have patience. Such as a situation that I had to deal with is getting an audition, looking at how much I had to try to memorize in one night and saying, do I really want to do this? I went ahead and tried to memorize it, go in the next day, do the audition. The next day, following day, get a call back, going in to do that audition, and was not necessarily on top of my game, but very distressed and saying, oh my God, you screwed it up. But I gave enough to call the next day to say, you were the one for that part. So you never know. It was the right time in my moment. And that's how it landed on me.
And that's a great example of keep pushing that button till the right door opens for you. So this quote, as our quotes before, very powerful, and they set up a mindset. And what this quote reminds me is that not everything in your life is meant to be chased with a sense of urgency or desperation. What is truly aligned with you and who you are is your purpose, your opportunity, and your relationships. They will all come to you in life when you are ready for it, not when you think you're ready. This doesn't mean you should stop working or striving. But what it does mean is that we move forward with intentions, with our patience, and we trust that at the end of the day, as long as we have breath, this will happen. When something is forced, rushed, or out of alignment, it often leads you to frustration. It often leads you into that fear factor where you would just want to give up. But when something is meant for you, it flows into your life at the right time, in the right season. And when you're prepared to receive it, phew. All right. So what I'm asking you to do is trust your journey. What is meant for you is yours, and it's not a loss. It is being prepared. Focus on your growth. Focus on your mindset. Be disciplined. Moved with intentions, not with a sense of urgency. Because when the movement comes, you will not have to chase it. It will be ready for you. So I ask you to stay patient, to stay focused, and stay in line with your true purpose. I say this all the time. My grandfather always said, when you get to a point in life where you can help someone else out, he said it's your duty to do so. He said, reach one, teach one. And with that said, we what?
We fade
Back.
black.
Fade to black.
Fade to black. And I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. If you like what you've heard, you can find us on our YouTube page at R&K Productions and Network. And if you'd like to be a guest, look in the description of it and reach out to me, and we'll talk about bringing you on as a guest. I just want to thank Sirius Radio. I know your people are listening to us. I want to thank you. I also want to thank our thousands of listeners, our new listeners in Zimbabwe, Mr. Charles. We will be featuring you on our other podcast, Talking with Kevin and Son. But I also want to thank all my co-hosts, Christopher and Gilda, Otis, Vanessa, Naheem, Denise, Larnez, PJ, and many other people that have joined the show. We would not have Motivational Sundays if it had not been for all of you. And I want to thank you. And with that said, I'm going to close and we're going to fade to black until next week. We're out.
Welcome Motivation Sunday with Kevin and friends.